Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Talk It with Sammy, and I'm so happy to have you guys again with me on another episode of this Talk It series. Today we're going to be discussing on school. Is it a light or darkness? We'll find out at the end of this video. So, school. Let's look at what school is, not just an overview. What this word, school, let's see what it actually is. A school is an institution established for the purpose of providing education to students under the guidance of teachers. The primary focus of schools is to impart knowledge and develop various skills in students. Formal education is a mandatory system in most countries where students are expected to progress through various levels of schooling, starting from primary schools for young children and continuing to secondary schools for teenagers. Um, for in some countries, let's take for example like the US. It is not being called primary or secondary. Where I'm from, Nigeria, it's we have primary, we have the secondary. In some countries like the US, as mentioned, um, they have what we call primary as um, middle school, right? I think they have junior school, middle school, and high school. I really don't know how to liken which from which, but yeah, I think probably the junior school. Yeah, junior high. The junior high is like kind of like our primary school. Middle school should be like our own junior school, and high school should be like our own senior school. And I think yeah, that's basically it. So, after completing their primary or junior high and secondary school education, or uh, middle school or senior high, whatever way you know it as, um, students may choose to attend colleges, universities, or vocational schools to further their education in addition to the core schools. There are also preschools or kindergartens that cater to very young children, especially between the ages of 3 to 5 or even lesser. And there are also private schools that operate outside the purview of the government and to cater to the educational needs of students. These schools may be religious in nature, or they may offer a higher standard of education. Schools for adults, such as business schools, military education and training centers, and corporate training institutions, are also available. Schools have a rich history dating back to classical antiquity, where the concept of grouping students together for learning was first introduced. Formal schools have existed since ancient Greece, Rome, India, and China, and the Byzantine Empire had an established schooling system. I hope I sounded that right. I hope I pronounced that right. The Byzantine Empire. They had an established schooling system. In Western Europe, cathedral schools were established during the early Middle Ages to educate future clergy and administrators. Clergy, for those of you who uh, get like the whole of what this means. Clergy, kind of like priest, and those of like people, kind of like people who lead the church. Um, During the Middle Ages, the main purpose of schools was to teach Latin, and it was not until later that the curriculum was broadened to include subjects like science, arts, and technology. Obligatory school attendance became common in parts of Europe during the 18th century, and the one room schools of the early 20th century gave way to multi classroom facilities with transportation provided by school buses. The Islamic culture also developed a school system with a focus on knowledge and purpose built structures. Critics of the traditional school system have pointed out various flaws, such as the failure to adequately prepare students for their future lives. So, suppressing creativity and curiosity, and using intrinsic method such as grades and homework to evaluate students. An alternative to traditional school is homeschooling, where the teaching and learning takes place at home outside the institution of school, mostly done in the US. Distance education is another alternative where students learn in virtual school setting. I think we um, had a taste of this during the COVID-19 era. Uh, Okay, moving on. Without the need, virtual school students learn in a virtual setting without the need to physically attend classes in traditional school building. School can be actually find that kind of learning interesting because learning sometimes like in a class setting. I don't know. It just sometimes don't get uh, the whole vibe. It's usually interesting, but I think I just prefer learning, you know, behind a PC or something, and also writing exams. Whoa! Now down to our question: a light or darkness? Is school a light or is it a darkness? What do you think? You know, let me have your opinion in the comment section. School can be seen as both light and darkness, depending on individual experiences and perspective. On one hand, school can be a source of light in a person's life, providing education, knowledge, and opportunities for personal and academic growth. It can also foster social skills and relationships that can last a lifetime. You know, you know, in people find love in school. People find the best friendship in school. Um, people, you know, people find really interesting social skills. People gain a lot going to school. But on the other hand, for some school can be a source. For some, school can be a source of darkness, characterized by stress, anxiety, and sense of inadequacy. It can also lead to comparison and competition that can negatively affect one's self-esteem. I've been a victim of this. Uh, when I first came to Morocco, when I started studying in Morocco, my first semester, it was kind of like a bit challenging for me. I didn't understand a thing that was being said in class because due to language barrier, I was not really fluent in French. I was not really good in French. You know why that is so? It's a different story. You ask, you don't understand French. You're learning in French. Like, well, it's a different story entirely. But I want like in class then I just felt like I was dumb. Like I literally knew nothing. It was challenging. Like it felt like I was like I was retarded in the area of you know academics. And you know like for a whole 2 hour straight class, like straight 2 hours of lecture, nothing gets into this head of mine. you know so I was like, I had this kind of like low self-esteem and esteem, and I doubted myself. It's like, are you even smart? Like, do you even know anything at all? So it was a bit challenging. you know But regardless, school is a place of learning where students are provided with necessary knowledge, skills, and values to prepare them for the future. The experience of school can vary greatly from person to person and can be seen as either light or darkness. Depending on individual circumstances, it can either be seen as either light or darkness. It's just depending. I think it's the studies and individualistic study, you know, um, talking like sociology terms, you know, it's not something that, for like a group of people, no, it's individual. Like you have to, it depends on you. Like it's your choice. And yeah, it's kind of like your choice, though, or not actively a choice, like passively. It's not like you make the, like it's not like you're making a choice to make to let school be a darkness to you. No, it's like I think it's I think using the word choice is just like no. I think anyways, it's like your background. Like there's so much that leads to how school you know what, I think we'll get to that. we'll get to that we'll get to that. So like I said, school can be a place of learning where students are provided with various knowledge, skills, skills, I mean, like posited like for the future, you know and the experience can be like, it's vary from person to person, and it's individualistic. For some, school is a place of opportunity where they are able to learn and grow in a supportive environment surrounded by positive peers and teachers. For others, school can be a challenging and difficult experience characterized by bullying, low motivation, and negative interaction with peers and teacher. This is what I'm saying. It's not like you're not actively like making the choice. You're not like sometimes you just find your place. You find yourself at a place where you know you're not like enjoying a certain type of experience. Okay, we're talking about school now. You're not enjoying your school life experience um because of who you are. You know, because of who you are, how you behave, how you act, and you know, um, it is important to note that the experience of school is not solely determined by the institution itself, but also by the individual student and their circumstance. Like just exactly what I'm saying. Your circumstance, you know, proves how how school is going to be like for you, whether it's going to be a light onto your path or the darkness that has engrossed your path to a successful future or to your future. Factors such as family background, mental health, and socioeconomic status can all play a role in shaping a student's experience at school. You know, Ultimately, it is up to each individual student, with the support of their family, teachers, and community, to make the most of their school experience and to strive for a positive, fulfilling, and successful future. Well, finally, here are some sorry about that. Here are some potential solutions that have been proposed to improve the school experience. Number one is incorporating technology and innovative teaching method, providing mental health support for students, offering personalized learning experiences, emphasizing creativity, critical thinking, and problem-solving skills, encouraging teachers training and professional development, promoting inclusivity and diversity in the curriculum, building strong relationship between teachers, students, and families, allocating adequate resources to support student learning, and lastly, making school a safe and supportive environment for all students. And that is it on Talk It with Sammy, and I'll see you next time. Please don't forget to like, subscribe on my YouTube channel, share this video, comment, let me uh, have your views, let me know what you think, and your own story. You can tell me, and you can also recommend topics for me to you know shed light on. Thank you. Bye.